What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Espresso, and welcome back to another Black Ops 3 video here today on the channel. This one is going to be episode 1 of the Zombies Q&A. This one, I announced this series a couple days ago, in which I wanted you guys to ask me questions that you had regarding Call of Duty Zombies, anything relating to the storyline, the community, whatever it may be, anything particular in relation to Call of Duty Zombies. Anything's on the table here. So if you have any questions, leave them down there in the comment section down below, and we'll do an episode 2 of follow-up here with this. Now, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Keegan starts us off here asking, do you think the Zombies community will die out after Black Ops 3 is over? My simple reaction to that is no, I don't think that it will. It has decreased in activity a little bit previously, as we've seen over the past 2 years since Black Ops 2 concluded, but it definitely is something that will still thrive. The diehard fans will still be there. It might not get the public exposure that it is getting right now because of all of the Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff going on with the game, being that it is the main game here right now. This year's title is Black Ops 3, so obviously it will get the exposure, but we've seen previously in the past 2 years that the Zombies diehards still thrive. It might be a little bit harder to actually grow as a community simply because we don't have new content to pump out, but it is still something where it will be alive. There will be custom zombies, especially with Black Ops 3 and PC, adding in different abilities to add modding tools to the game, so custom zombies in Black Ops 3 might even be a thing. As for the zombies only creators, they'll find a way. They always have in the past years, and so long as there are people watching, there will be people making content. So I don't think that it will die out. It might slow down a little bit, but I don't think it'll necessarily die. The next question we have on tap today comes from Brady, and he says, how do you think the zombie storyline will continue after Der Eisendrache? Will Dempsey and the other original characters die, or do you think that it will continue with the same crew? Now, this one is actually really just all speculation, although if you want to look at it, it seems like we're gonna have our DLC focused around Primis, our main characters here within the original storyline, Richtof and Dempsey, Nikolai and Takiao. However, like we mentioned previously, Primis is not exactly the ones that we've always come to know and love. They are the Origins versions of our characters. The whole multiverse time travel theory does play a little bit into this here, in which it's a more pure form of those characters, but they will be our original 4, if you want to put air quotes or brackets around that. They'll be the same ones that we know, but just a little bit different in terms of how the storyline will portray it. I think that potentially we might see our characters die in the very last DLC map here within Black Ops 3, but that is just a personal theory. I think that if we are going to see the conclusion of Primis' story, that ultimately is that they will need to destroy themselves to rid the multiverses of the evil that inherits it. Now, that's something that it might continue into the next game, whether it be Black Ops 4 or an entirely new title by Treyarch, that Zombies gets transferred over, because it has been going on for so long, but it is something that Zombies is now a Treyarch staple. It's something that people always want, so the storyline definitely does have the potential to carry on after this, so we might not even get to that point here within Black Ops 3. Now, the final question we'll take here today comes from JLMK75. Do you think the change of the Ascension map thumbnail is important? And if so, why? That is actually a really good question. This whole occurrence I'm actually really blown away by, especially because it's something that went under the radar for so long. Now, we actually covered this fully in a video called Ascension is Key. Ascension links to current storyline not too long ago. About a week and a half ago, we covered it here on the channel, fully in depth. Basically, it just talks about how there's a lot of different connections to the current storyline, and the one big thing that it actually all spawned off of was a Reddit leak right after Shadows of Evil got announced, and we got a look into the development of Shadows of Evil over on Reddit by this guy that went by the name of Ascension is Key. So that's something that back then stirred a little bit of controversy, something that a lot of people started to kind of dig around a bit with, but they didn't actually dig up anything here with it. But upon a ton of research and upon a ton of digging, I came across this very, very bare theory, and it's something that I then built off of and had this whole video idea spawn out of it. Basically, Ascension wasn't really ever something that was meant to happen the way it did. If we were to go and look at it, the reason that we were at Ascension at the end of the map was to free Gersh from the Kashmir mechanism and the entrapment that he was in, but our characters were never actually there for the reason to save Gersh. We didn't know that he was even there until we actually got to the map. When we spawn in and the lunar pad is dropping down into the starting room, that's when we first hear our first audio cues from Gersh. Up until that point, our characters actually were not there for any particular reason to save him or deal with him. They were there on a completely different agenda. Basically, to sum it all up here with all these different clues that we had, including more that we haven't talked about in this particular video, but we did cover in the full video, my theory is that the original 4 here were revisiting Ascension, coming back to it for a reason we don't know exactly at this point in time, but it would then tie into the current storyline of knowing the multiverse theory, time travel, and going back and trying to fix things if we want to look at it like that. And based off of previous images that we've had that pretty much showcase the time travel and revisitation of things, it's almost like a distortion, which the change of the Ascension loading screen from the original to what it was changed a little bit down the line does almost look like a glitch in the system where it could be that whole revisiting factor. So that is the theory on that one. That's my personal thoughts. I may be completely off the mark here, but that's something that I personally buy into, and I'm really interested to see how it pans out here, especially with what looks like to be some ties to Der Eisendrache here in DLC 1. So that's going to wrap this one up here today, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your questions down there in the comment section down below. If you have any questions at all, and we'll do a follow-up video here with this. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this, answering some of your questions here, clearing up some things, hopefully again. That's the whole point of this. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like the video, be sure to leave a like rating down below. You guys have absolutely been killing it, so thank you guys so much for that support. It really does mean the world to me with this. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. We're on the road to 25,000 subscribers. And thank you guys once again so much for watching. My name is MrFijiWiji. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.